So what if that one thing we're all chasing every single day, comfort, is actually more dangerous than the suffering we try so hard to avoid? Well, that's the pretty startling warning from the philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, and you know what? It might be more relevant today than ever before.
And, that makes perfect sense, right? Suffering is the obvious enemy. It's pain, it's grief, it's that clear, loud signal that something is wrong. We literally spend our lives building systems and routines to keep it as far away as possible. It's the villain of our story, for sure.
But here's where Schopenhauer throws a huge curveball. He believed that in our desperate escape from suffering, we run straight into the arms of something way worse. And we're not talking about the mild restlessness of a slow afternoon. We're talking about a deep, existential boredom.
To really get this, you have to understand his central metaphor for what it means to be human. He saw life not as some straight path to happiness, but as a constant swing, a pendulum that's always moving between two poles.
This lays out the two extremes perfectly. So on one side, you've got the pain of desire, that feeling of wanting something you don't have. Schopenhauer just called that suffering. But okay, what happens when you get the thing you wanted? It's not lasting peace, he says. It's a hollow emptiness he called boredom.
So what's pushing this pendulum back and forth? Schopenhauer called it the will. Just think of it like this relentless, primal energy inside all of us that's just always wanting, always striving, and it's never, ever satisfied. It's like an engine that just won't shut off.
And this, right here, is the core of his argument. Suffering, for all its pain, at least keeps us engaged. We're fighting, we're striving, we're moving. Boredom, on the other hand, is a dead stop. It's a paralyzing stillness where you kind of experience your own existence, but without any real reason for it.
Now, here's where things get kinda spooky. Schopenhauer wrote this in the 19th century, but he might as well have been describing our world right now. This is where his ideas become startlingly relevant.
I mean, just look at our world. We've engineered an existence designed to eliminate all friction and difficulty. We have more safety, more entertainment, and more convenience than any generation in history could have ever dreamed of.
So, by all accounts, we've basically won the war against discomfort. We have everything we could possibly want at our fingertips. The logical result should be unprecedented happiness, right?
But we're not. And that's the paradox. All this comfort hasn't led to peace, it's just created a vacuum. By removing all the natural difficulties that used to organize our lives, we're left restless, constantly scrolling, constantly searching for that next quick hit of stimulation to fill an emptiness that just seems to get bigger and bigger.
So what if we've been looking at boredom all wrong? What if it's not a problem that we need to solve with another Netflix show, but it's actually a message we desperately need to hear?
That deep, nagging boredom, it isn't just a feeling, it's a signal. It's your psyche telling you that the things you're chasing, well, they aren't genuinely engaging that deep, driving will inside you. They're just substitutes, and they're failing to satisfy you.
Now this is a really critical distinction. Boredom is when that inner emptiness feels like a type of suffering we have to escape. Stillness, on the other hand, is when we can sit with that exact same quiet space and not panic. See, the emptiness is the same, the only thing that changes is how we decide to face it.
Okay, so if the problem is a life without any friction, then the solution isn't more comfort. It's the exact opposite. The cure, Schopenhauer would argue, is to voluntarily seek out genuine difficulty.
And look, this isn't about punishing yourself. It's a three-part practice for really re-engaging with life. It means choosing things that are hard, building your tolerance for discomfort, and then using that new clarity to find what you truly want.
So what is genuine difficulty? We're not talking about manufactured challenges like in a video game. We're talking about things with real stakes. It's tackling a project that could actually fail, being vulnerable in a relationship that could hurt you, or creating something that demands more from you than you ever thought you had to give.
When you practice voluntary discomfort, whether that's a cold shower or just choosing the harder path, you build this crucial capacity, freedom. You're no longer a slave to avoiding pain, which means you can finally choose what's meaningful over what's just easy.
And that brings us right back to the most important takeaway here. The next time you feel that deep existential boredom creeping in, don't just reach for your phone. Pause and listen. That feeling isn't the problem, it's the messenger, and it's trying to deliver some really crucial information. The emptiness left by a life of too much comfort can only be filled by something real, something that requires genuine effort. So the question isn't how to kill your boredom, it's what challenge, what difficulty, Is your boredom calling you to finally embrace?